Well, welcome to my first podcast. You're my first guest.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Thank you, Alec. How do you feel right now? Like in Mexico City, how did it treat you?
I feel great. I mean, the city has just like embraced me pretty well, and it's been cool. I've been able to see the pyramids and some of the cool culture, and everyone I met's been so friendly, so it's been awesome.
You can't just go around killing people, blind cop.
They're not people, Chief. They're criminals.
This is my podcast for like filming culture for younger filmmakers to get advices from the people who's already in the media. Mm-hmm. So I know about Blind Cop, Blind Cop 2, that it's right now in the premiere here in Mexico. So can we like talk more about it to Blind Cop? The first question that I want to ask you is this your first film? Your debut film?
It's my first feature film. So I've done a few short films before, some growing up and then some in film school in college. Okay. And then once I felt like I reached everything I could do in a short film, I decided to just make the leap and do a feature film. And action.
Is this the first time you're traveled for a festival, a film festival?
I think this is our 9th festival.
Oh, okay.
We traveled to Fanespoa in Brazil, which was incredible in April. Okay. And we've been all around the US, but this is our second time leaving the US to go somewhere. So
for work?
For Macabro.
Macabro Film Fest. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. And how did the idea of Blind Cop came up?
So that's a really interesting question. So where it came from was in high school, I shot a film called Blind Cop with my friends, and it was like a fake movie trailer. Okay. And that got a really good reaction. I remember my family said nice things about it. In my small school, people were talking about it, so that really like stuck with me. And then when I got to college, and I decided I wanted to do a feature, I thought it'd be really unique to do a sequel to this movie that we never made. This feature film that never existed. And we thought that was a cool way to play into the things we wanted to say in a movie, and also make a unique movie that something like Hollywood can't make, a sequel to a movie that doesn't exist. So that's where Blind Cop 2 came from.
Why shouldn't I kill a low-life criminal like you?
Could it be because of your old partner?
We were so tired of all these sequels and reboots from Hollywood, so we thought we'd make kind of our anecdote to that, which is this character that is almost a sequel to all those 80s action movies I grew up on. So that's where it came from.
Actually, it's a satire, right?
It's a satire, yeah. Satire of like the 80s machismo American action stars.
Okay. So, and how do you get inspiration about it? Like your movies that inspire the satire?
I think I was like really inspired again by 80s action cinema, because my mom, she would show me stuff very unfiltered, like some rated R movies I probably shouldn't have watched at my age, stuff like Predator or RoboCop, and I just loved that stuff growing up. And then when I revisited that stuff when I was a little older, I realized these heroes that I love are the people that leave the movie killing the most people. So I was like, that's really interesting. I want to explore this in Blind Cop 2.
You're gonna tell me everything.
And well, about all this trip for make the movie, can you tell me more about it? How long you came up to film, to record all the movie?
Yeah, I mean, to this moment where we're at film festivals, it kind of was like a 7-year journey because I started writing it in like 2017, my freshman year of college. But we started shooting it right when I graduated in 2019. And we spent the summer in my hometown, and it was awesome, but it was definitely a very ambitious project because we only shot like 75% of it in the first summer, and we're like, oh, we'll come back next summer. Then COVID happened, and that pushed us, and then we had to raise our own money. So from when we started shooting till now, it was like a 5-year process of filming. And that was a big thing. There was many moments where we could have given up, but we believed in the project so much, me and the team, and we helped motivate each other and push each other to finish this and see it through. So, and now we're in Mexico with Michelle talking about movies. So it's cool.
That's cool, and that's so admirable to never give up in a movie, like in your film, like in your project. That's really cool. And well, about that, like what will you like to know before you start in the project?
Yeah, it's a good question. I've gotten asked that before. It's tough because I think I mentioned to you before, being ignorant really helped us because, you know, we wanted to make our first feature to be an action movie.
Okay.
But if we realized how hard it would be, how long it would take, we'd probably be a little more hesitant. So I think what I'd want to know is just it will all be all right, and just, you know, don't stress out too much and keep going. However, sometimes the stress is needed. So it's really tough to say. I would say, yeah, just you can't give up if you love something. You know, you can't give up on the project.
Will you like to give some advices for the filmmakers, or for the young filmmakers, or for the people who want to start in the media? What will you like to say to them?
I would say, yeah, if you're starting out, you just got to go out and do it, and don't be afraid of how it will turn out. You have to get your reps in, and that was something I tried to do in film school when I was younger, is just shoot as many projects as I could. And even stuff that was small or didn't 100% work, I learned lessons that paid off later when I made the feature. And even making the feature, now I know stuff, since it was such a long process, like stuff that we shot in the beginning of our process to the end, you can really tell how much better, more confident we got. So it's really just, you know, get your bad shit out, you know, shoot as much bad shit as you can, fail upwards, and then, you know, you'll keep getting better.
Cool. And I think that your story is really like admirable to all the people, like get motivation or inspiration about it. And well, just to end, could you give me a top 5 movies that have changed your perspective?
Oh, top 5 movies that changed my perspective. Okay, I think one of them is Old Boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Incredible South Korean film. It just like blew my mind of like how you can like really blow someone away with a twist in narrative, because who doesn't love twists in movies? And that has one of the greatest ones ever.
Like a good plot with twist?
Yeah, great plot twist in there. Other movies, I mean, man, I have to say RoboCop, because RoboCop's such an inspiration for Blind Cop 2. Similarities with the satire and the use of violence. I just love how they use violence in that for a comedic, but also a sense that can commentate on the movies that we love. And, I'm a huge Tarantino fan, so I guess I'd have to say Reservoir Dogs with that. It's
I love that one.
his first feature that he completed, and it's a good movie to watch to see like what you can do in a smaller budget. But there's just so much talent there, and awesomeness on the screen. Man, okay, I got 2 more movies here.
Yeah, you need to say more.
Oh, 2001: Space Odyssey. It's obligatory. It's the greatest movie ever made. I'm nowhere, could probably never get to that level of filmmaking, but it's just mind-blowing how that came out in the 60s, and it looks like it could come out tomorrow and still be better than every movie that comes out in the modern day. So that's a great movie to study. It's a little confusing the first couple times you watch it, but give it a chance.
Give it a chance, yeah.
And I guess, you know, last but not least, maybe The Thing, the John Carpenter horror movie. Just a really special movie in my heart, because I grew up in an area with record numbers of snow, and it's a very like isolated movie about these scientists in Antarctica, and there's an alien, shape-shifting alien there. And I don't know, I just have so much great memories watching that with my family, and it just has the best practical effects out of like any movie I've seen, and an incredible script. So just a great movie to watch of how to execute paranoia and use some 80s practical effects to the best you can. So
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you got to add it to your list then, yeah.
Well, that will be all. Alec, thank you so much for coming to my podcast, and well, thank you for come here to Mexico, like with the festival, in the film festival. I don't know if you would like to say something.
Yeah, I guess thanks, Michelle, for inviting me on the podcast. This is so awesome. And yeah, if you can watch Blind Cop 2, come check it out. We're at Macabro this Thursday. This will probably be out after that, but whatever. But thank you. Yeah, Blind Cop 2.
Blind Cop 2.